Okay, today was day 3 in my progress and working on Python. Now, here's what's really fascinating is ChatGPT and DeepSeek are the equivalent of the difference between if you're not using them, you're walking, and if you're using DeepSeek and ChatGPT, you're literally using a car to get from place to place with GPS. It'll take you exactly where you need to go. It's not going to be if you're just beginning, and this is what I feel, and this I talked this through with ChatGPT 4.0, and it said, yeah, it's pretty much spot on. And I was thinking, yeah, it makes perfect sense. So if you're beginning and you're learning Python and you're asking smart questions to ChatGPT, how do I do this? How do I do that? And if you get stuck, you send it to DeepSeek. It can be a lifesaver and it can save you so much time. But it's not going to be lightning fast in a second. Everything's done for you. There will be a little bit of things where you're like, I'm still not sure about this or that, but it will get you there so much quicker, so much faster. So today I created a habit tracker, and that habit tracker I created so quick, and I used one habit was workout, one was read, one was code. So I created the code and I used ChatGPT to help me formulate it. And then what I did was I was able to check, did I do a workout today? Did I read today? Did I code today? And it marks it down for you. And then what I did was I sent that from my Visual Studio Code, and then I sent that to my GitHub. So now you can look at that and you can look at my code, and it's all on my GitHub. So I was able to do that today, and I did it so much quicker because I was able to download a lot of important things yesterday and have everything configured properly. Now, tomorrow, I want to work on something hopefully bigger, something that's more important, something that has more structure, that's a larger project, maybe has more real world use opportunity. That's what I'd like to do tomorrow while working on Python. So, yeah, that's what I did tonight. And I was studying while I was doing my Spark deliveries, I was studying different things. What was it? I was like lists, the difference between lists, the difference between sets, those 2 things. I was studying them, what and how are they the same, how are they different, things like that. I was trying to get a good core ideas of what they mean, running over different things like, what's the other thing that I was looking at? Lists, sets, oh, there's a few other things, different variables and how they work together, how different things work together, and then I'd have it I'd ask ChatGPT to ask me questions, audio questions, so then I'd try to figure out what's going on then, and I try to answer it through audio, and then when I get back to the keyboard here, and I'm typing, I'm actually typing stuff, it's a little better internalized because I spent that time working on it, and it asks me questions. I try to figure out what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, so it makes me a better programmer altogether overall, and it makes things quicker when I get back to the keyboard. And like I said, if I'm using ChatGPT and I can't figure out the answer, I go to DeepSeek. That's my next thing. I go to DeepSeek because they both work in very powerful ways, and they're slightly different in the way that they work. And they can see things in certain ways too. And I also try to incorporate video. So I was using Grok video, and I had a little bit of a difficult time using that. But I might end up using the ChatGPT video to just scan what I'm doing too. Maybe I get stuck on something. I can use the ChatGPT video to help me as well. But you have to ask the right questions whenever you're learning. If you're asking ChatGPT, they can't be just like real super vague questions. That the more specific generally the better it is, and it will help you learn so much quicker. It'll help you learn just so much better. It'll help you understand the fundamentals, the core of what's important in Python. If you're learning Python or whatever it is that you're learning, it will give you a roadmap way quicker, way faster than so many other things. All right, that's it for tonight, and then tomorrow will be day 4. And I just want to go nonstop. Every single day, I'm going to talk about what I did, and I'll see if I can have a link to my GitHub where this program was sent to, which I did all through my terminal too. Like I just realized now, with a terminal, you can just use your keyboard. Once your terminal's up, it will send your stuff from Visual Studio Code to your GitHub website all through your terminal, which is insane. And yesterday I was stuck because I was trying to get it to work, and I had such a hard time sending it over. It kept saying, "You need a token, you need a token." And then what I did was I sent it over to DeepSeek, my problem, and DeepSeek said, you don't need token." And it said, "You do this, you do this, you do this, and then you can send it over." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's exactly how you do it." But this is such powerful information. Understanding AI, understanding the more you know programming and you know AI. And Web3 is just gonna I believe it's gonna be more and more important in the next few years. It's gonna be incredibly important. We have XRP, which is the market cap for that is bigger than some very large companies right now. So things are just gonna get the technology industry is just gonna get bigger and more powerful, and the people at the top are gonna be the people who really know AI and know programming. Those are the people who are gonna understand and change and be highly disruptive in this field.